Sup players, and welcome to this video. I'm SaxTCG, and in today's video we're going to take a look at my updated Blackwing Centur-Ion deck profile for 2025. So without further ado, let's get into this. So to begin with the main deck, guys, we are playing 3 copies of Simoon. And before we continue, I apologize for the lightning. I will try to place the cards so you can basically see them. But yeah, I'm sorry because for this setup right now, I have a lamp right above me. It is kind of my old setup, so yeah, that I'm just using right now, the old room that I used to film in. But yeah, it's not relevant right now. But yeah, basically, Simoon is your one card combo in this. You can basically banish any Blackwing name and just go full combo, which I really like. Plus, you can just turbo into your Centur-Ion engine with just this card, which is pretty awesome. Alongside with 3 copies of Sutri, also one of your better combo starters. So yeah, really great. I love it. Then one of my favorite birds in this deck, Free Vada, the father. It's basically the best little bird in this deck. I know that in the Kali Yuga version, and I have plans a little bit to go a little bit back to this. But right now I will just play a little bit with the Centur-Ion engine, and then I will maybe go back to the Kali Yuga. Because I saw that Silent Blackwing or Silent BW got a top 8 with a pure Kali Yuga version, so he's not playing the Allure package. Like, I uploaded a profile where I played the Allure package, and I might react to that, maybe. For some of the one-offs birds, we are playing 1 Shamal, which is basically the best ratios in my opinion. I know that some people play 3 of this, others play 2, but I would say 1 is just perfect. So yeah. Then we're playing 1 copy of Sunda, which again is one of the best combo pieces in this entire deck. So yeah. Hamadan, little innocent birdie that is basically a monster in the real world. 1 Chinook, 1 Zephyrus, and 1 Shanga. So basically, this is all of the Blackwings, all of the birds that I'm playing in the main deck. So yeah, going into some of the other engines that I'm playing. First of all, the Centur-Ion engine. We're playing 1 Trudia and 1 Primera. And I would say, again, I've seen some Centur-Ion builds playing 2 of these, but I would say again, one off, it's the best. Even if you start out with your Trudia, you can summon it and then it's full Centur-Ion combo if you don't start with any Blackwings. But yeah, moving into the rest of the monster cards, it's basically just hand traps. So for the hand traps, guys, basically we're playing 1 copy of Magnumwood, 1 copy of Baldrake, and 1 Druisworm. Basically the best ratios for the Bushdeal if you just want to play a smaller version of the Bushdeal build. Or the Bushdeal cards, I'll say. Then we're playing 2 copies of Ash Blossom, which I will say it's fine. I tried to just focus on most of the more relevant hand traps, and I will say Ash, it is relevant, but it doesn't do that much. The same saying with Droll. I'm playing 2 copies alongside with Double Nip, because, and I also bumped to the camera, but yeah, Double Nip, basically the best ratios, I will say. I love to play 2 nips. I don't want to go all out and play a 3rd copy, because I can basically play other hand traps, just like the last one here, which is Triple DD Crow, to help out with the Bushdeal engine if I'm playing against some decks that also likes to add spell traps from the graveyard to the hand. Then you can just DD Crow it away. Or if you play against a Fiendsmith variant or even a Blue Eyes variant, then you can banish the targets that you want to summon. I will say, trust me, it has won me a couple of games against Blue Eyes. But that was everything for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, guys, we're playing first of all 2 copies of Black Whirlwind. I will say 2 copies of this card is basically the best ratios. Some people like to play 3 alongside with double Black Feather Whirlwind, but my I would say the best ratios of this are double whirlwind and one black feather whirlwind, because you never want to, see them, but if you see them, you always want to see at least one black whirlwind and not the other one. And for the Centur-Ion engine, the Centur-Ion spells, we're playing one copy of Wake Up Centur-Ion. I would say this is just my personal favorite. I know you can play Gargoyle, but I will say I love it when you can just go summon Auxilia, have Primera, and have this card set face down, because then you're not locked into going into your Crimson Dragon in your opponent's turn. Because I know that in some situations that you can basically be locked out of your Centurion place if you play Gargoyle. So yeah, that's the reason for why I'm playing Wake Up. It's more like personal preferences, but yeah. I saw a YouTuber that also made a Centurion build, and he said the same thing. So basically, I've been trying out his build a little bit, and I will say it works really great. He did play some other hand traps though, so yeah. And for the last spells, guys, of the Centur-Ion engine, 3 stand up, pretty basic. And for the last 2 spells, 1 Talents and 1 Call by the Grave, just to round out some of the to-go interruptions against your opponent, even in basically in your turn, or even in your opponent's turn if you have set Called by face down. But yeah, guys, that's basically everything for the spells. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, guys, we're playing only 4, basically. We play triple copies of Infinite Impermanence, one of the better traps in this entire deck, I would say. And the last trap card is 1 Phalanx. 1 Centur-Ion Phalanx. Because I will say this card, basically, it helps out in some situations, I will say. And I really like it. I really like the fact about this. But yeah, that was everything for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're playing 2 copies of Blackwing the Assault Dragon. I like the idea of having 2. I know that some people have been playing maybe 3 of this, also in the Centur-Ion engine. But I would say having 2 are just perfect. So yeah, I love the fact about that you can just turbo both out in the same turn. I might be looking after maybe to try out a 3rd copy to get the infinite burn loop, but I feel like that it's more deck. Like, I feel like it's in decks that can play multiple of the same card, or even triple copies of the same extra deck monster. So yeah. And then let's not forget the best bird dragon in the entire deck, 1 Blackwing dragon, which I will say that's basically, I would say some people play 2 of this, but then they also play 3 of this. So again, I would say having 1, it's fine. I know it can clock about in the deck with Chinook. Basically, I know that it can basically put a little bit of restriction on your main deck when you have Chinook, but you have already summoned out your Blackwing Dragon and your copy of Boreas Storm. So many times my to-go target will just be nothing in this case. So yeah. Also playing 1 full armor master just to have a big tower on the field. And now for the more generic synchro monsters, we're playing 1 copy of Chaos Angel, 1 copy of Dissipator, and 1 Draco Berserker, just to round out some of the to-go plays that you can make in this deck. And I really like to play cards like Draco Berserker because it's basically a free banish, especially when you're playing against Blue Eyes. You can basically just banish the Spirit Dragon, and then they will have no way to actually go back into the basics of the engines. And just to quickly reveal some of the Link monsters that I'm playing 1 White Strix and 1 SP. And basically for the Centur-Ion engine, guys, we're playing 1 Auxilia. We are playing the 1 Crimson Dragon. Then we're playing the 1 Cosmic Blazer Dragon. And last but not least, we're playing the 1 Red Supernova Dragon. So basically a really normal engine, I will say. A really normal engine to play when you're playing this Centur-Ion build. I know that some people might be not playing Red Supernova, but I will say Red Supernova is basically the best one to play. If you're playing the Centur-Ion build, I have seen some lists that doesn't play it, where they focus a little bit more on the Blackwing version. So basically, they only play Laser Dragon as their Crimson Dragon side. But yeah, in my opinion, guys, I will say play Red Supernova Dragon if you want to play the Centur-Ion engine in Blackwings, because it can help you out. I've played against the Attic Nesters, and when these summoned out Witkid, I activated effect. I activated Red Supernova Dragon to banish, which means that sure the effect still go through, but I banished a couple of link materials away. So basically it locks down. I know that you can, if you play against the Malice, you might be triggering their effects. But yeah, it helps, I will say that. But yeah, guys, that was everything for this video and this deck profile. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video. And let me know what deck should I play next. I still do have a couple of decks in mind that I want to, try out and build. So yeah. And I also think that I will maybe be making a combo video with this deck, just to showcase some of the to-go plays you can make with this deck. But yeah, that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.